There are short-term and long-term tools at our disposal. The first short-term tool from a trade policy standpoint is that our heads of states agreed to establish trade corridors to enable the transit of what the African Union Center for Disease Control, what it refers to as essential goods or products that are essential to combat the pandemic. And this is soaps, this is germ-killing products. The heads of states have agreed that these products must be given priority transit through the borders, particularly in the case of landlocked countries. Second, the ministers of trade are exploring the possibility of reducing duties on these essential products so that they become more affordable to African populations across the African continent. And this would be a temporary measure to ensure that we have access to tools that we need for public health. In terms of the long-term tools, it is our view that accelerating Africa's industrial development objectives and Africa's industrial development action plans is very important for the purpose of reconfiguring our supply chains, for the purpose of establishing regional value chains to manufacture not only the essential goods that we need now, but also for the purpose of taking Africa really on a higher value added product manufacturing capacity. This is very important. The second point is also a review of our intellectual property rights to see and to make an assessment of the extent to which our intellectual property regimes, I'm talking here patents in particular, the extent to which they enable Africa to have a generic drug industry to ensure that we have access to affordable healthcare. And this is also linked to whether or not vaccine is found in the next 18 months or so. Finally, what we are looking at is the actual AfCFTA agreement itself. You will know that many countries in Africa do not have the monetary policy space, the fiscal policy space, to provide large bailouts that go in the trillions and trillions of dollars in order to inject economic recovery. And therefore, for Africa, the stimulus package for us is the actual AfCFTA implementation of this agreement itself. This is what will enable Africa to drive economic growth and to drive economic development post COVID-19 by increasing intra-Africa trade.